This is the second part of exercise 2 on worksheet 001, and we just need to add a few more features to finish this part up. I'm going to do this by first creating a new datum plane, and my new datum plane is going to be referenced off of an existing datum plane. I'm going to do an offset. So the first thing I'll do is I'll select an existing datum plane that I have here in the middle of the part. I'm going to go up in my datum section of my ribbon, select plane, and notice the offset value is automatically set up at 0. I can adjust this by using the drag handle, or I can give it an actual value, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to make this value 85. And I'm going to select OK. So now I have my new datum plane, and if you'll notice in the model tree, it is labeled DTM1. I'm going to create my sketch on the datum plane, reorient to my sketch view. And let's give it a diameter of 60. Okay. And since my sketch is already selected, I'll enter into my extrude command. So we are adding solid material, and if you'll notice, the inside of the part is also adding solid material, which we want to avoid. So if I pull this back to the outside of the part where we no longer see new solid material being added to the middle of the part, we're left with this edge on the outside, which is also undesirable. So we can remedy this by going to our dashboard and selecting an option that will allow us to select a specific surface to extrude to. And the surface that we want to select, of course, is this rounded surface. So notice our extrude goes all the way to the surface without extending beyond the surface, which is exactly what we want to do. So I'm going to accept this by checking in my dashboard. And let's go ahead and add our next to the last feature. Create a sketch, reorient to sketch view, and I'll use the circle. Define a diameter of 75. Check out of my dashboard. Extrude to set a thickness of 5. Now let's do 8. Alright. Okay, so we're almost done. We just have one more feature to add, which is a remove material feature. Pretty straightforward. I'm going to sketch a circle on my surface. Now this can get a little tricky because notice we're not able to really clearly see the geometry that we've defined in previous components. So there's a way that we can do this. I'm going to go ahead and reorient my sketch view, and then I'm going to change my visibility from shading to hidden line. So I now have a wireframe view where I can see my other hidden diameters. So I'm going to come in and just adjust the diameter of my current sketch, and notice that it doesn't interfere with any of my other geometry. Far from it. And I probably want to use something in the neighborhood of 60. Well, that's not going to work because I already have previously defined geometry of 60, so it obviously needs to be a little bit smaller. So let's see how 40 looks. That's pretty good, but I think 50 is going to be a good compromise. So we'll go ahead and accept that. And I'm going to return back to shaded view. Enter into my extrude command to remove material. And if I pull this all the way through my part, notice that it removes material for me very nicely. Okay. And that is exercise 2 on worksheet 001.